Hello friends. Are you aware about the carrier as a CHA or as a custom broker? If not, then stay with me till the end of this video. This is one carrier where the demand is much more than supply. Very different scenarios compared to your traditional professions where supply is more than the demand. But here there is a situation where the demand is far, far more than supply. Just to give you an idea, that as of now, India is having around 5,000 licensed custom brokers. License. Nobody can act as a custom broker unless the license is given. How the license is given, who is eligible for that, I'm going to explain everything. And the demand is for 25,000 more custom brokers. CHA is the old term. Legally, this is called referred as a custom broker, but traditionally the people are referred as CHA. That's okay. This is the existing number. This is the demand. And even for next 10 years, this demand cannot be fulfilled. That much gap exists between demand and supply as far as customs brokers are concerned. Okay, so one of the most promising carrier for two reasons. Number one, India exports from India, exports and imports from India and into India both are growing. And every time there is an increase in the export-import transactions, the demand for custom broker will increase. Because any conveyance coming to India or leaving India for in relation to import-export, or any consignment coming or leaving India for import-export, the clearance has to be done through the custom broker only. Nobody can be engaged in the activity as a custom broker unless he has been licensed by the custom department for the purpose. And there's a complete system, there is a complete procedure for the license. So it is not that everybody can obtain it. It is very, very highly professional qualification, you can say. Okay, so this is existing and this is demand. So if this excites you, that there is a carrier where demand is far, far more than supply, then wait and watch the video till end. You will understand a lot and you can choose the carrier as a custom broker. Okay. Now, first of all, the legal background about this. The legal background comes from Section 146 of the Customs Act. Section 146, and this is coming from Customs Act. So this is already provided in law that no person can act as a custom broker for either entry or departure of any conveyance or any import-export consignment unless he has been licensed by the customs department to act as a custom broker. Okay, so you can refer this section. And if you don't have the section, if you don't have the document, you can always get in touch with me. Right? Now, how to get in touch with me? Just I'm writing the number. You can always get in touch with me on these numbers. Okay, so I'll give you section 146. I'm giving you the text. What it says, no person. Person means basically it is an individual who's given the license, and later on that can be worked in the form of a partnership or in the company. But license can be granted only to an individual. And if that individual is working in a firm, in a partnership firm or in a company as a director, then that license can be given to that firm or company as well. But without a qualified individual, neither a firm nor a company can act as a customs broker. So this is very, very important qualification. And demand, I have already given you. Demand is far, far more than the supply. So nobody can act as a custom broker. Custom broker means no person can do anything in relation to import and export of any conveyance or any consignment unless there is a custom broker involved. And who is a custom broker? Licensed by the customs department. Okay. Now, how the license is granted? The license for the customs broker, this is a two-step process. Number one, there is a written exam. And number two, there is a viva. Two-step process. Okay. Now, this written exam is MCQ based, and passing marks required are 60%. And there is a negative marking also. Right. So 60% looks okay, but when it comes to 100% thorough preparation of the syllabus, this becomes a task. And majority of the students commit an error when they're appearing in the exam, that whatever answers are not known, they try to just put any mark anywhere, and that results into negative marking, and they end up failing this. And after passing the written exam, there is a viva. Again, 60% marks are required in viva as well for passing that. Right? Written exam is usually held in the month of March, and this is usually in the month of June. So unless there are some unforeseen circumstances, the written exam is going to be in the month of March and viva is going to be followed in the month of June, and the result is declared in the June itself. Licenses are issued in the month of July. So this is annual concept. Annually examination is conducted. So even when Corona was there, exam was conducted. So you can understand how serious government is about this exam. Other exams were postponed. All regular university exams postponed, professional exams postponed, but not this one. Very serious exam. Okay, so exam is conducted in the month of March, and this is in the month of June. But for this, application forms are submitted in the month of October and November. Right. So for March 23, examination forms were submitted in October and November 22. And for examination to be held in 24, application forms have to be submitted in September, October, November, depends upon notification. Usually October, November, but sometimes September is also there. So you can say September, October, November, whatever notification is issued accordingly. In 23, for exam to be held in 24. Similarly, for exam to be held in 25, application forms will be submitted in September, October, and November 24. Okay. And once exam is conducted, then the result is declared. And after the declaration of result, there is a viva. And after the viva is there completed, or viva is cleared, then the license is issued. Okay. So this is just a process. Now, what is required to be prepared for this exam? Just to give you an idea. Okay. So this legal part is already clear to you, so I can remove this. Syllabus for the exam, you can broadly divide that in two parts. This is main part and minor part. Main part will constitute around 85% of the total paper. Minor part is certainly it is around 15%. So this is not the percentage given by the government in the rules and regulations. This is not. But till now, whatever the experience is, and I've been educating for the last 3 decades in this line. So that 3 decades of experience will add lots and lots of value to you. Main subjects are Customs Act, or you can say customs law. Customs law is having the Customs Act, the Customs Tariff Act, and lots of rules and regulations and notifications and circulars and procedures. So you can say Customs Act, then Customs Tariff Act. Under these acts, rather, there are notifications, circulars. There are lots of rules, regulations. There are procedures. only in relation to customs law. Other things are also there. Now, the biggest mistake committed is the self-study for this exam. Because when you go in the market and ask a book shopkeeper that you need something on the customs law, what he will hand over to you? Customs Act only. Reading Customs Act only is not going to give you any chance of clearing the exam. Never. Because reading is one part, understanding is another part. In-depth understanding of the law is required. Every line, every word of the law must be clear. Only then you can pass. And not only Customs Act, Customs Tariff Act, notification, circular, rules, regulations, procedures, everything must be clear to you. Then comes foreign trade policy. Foreign trade policy. This much constitutes main syllabus of the exam. Minor syllabus, or you can say minor topics in the exam, those are related to GST, those are related to FEMA, Foreign Exchange Management Act, those are related to intellectual property rights, that is patents, copyright, trademarks, that is related to pollution, that is related to arms, that is related to narcotics, narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances, right? And other laws are also there. I've given you only some reference. GST, FEMA, already known to. Intellectual property right, more or less that is also known to you because that is copyright, patent, trademarks. Pollution, air pollution, water pollution, Arms and Ammunition Act, and then this Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act. And in addition to that, more laws are there like the food safety. And this word is very important, etc., because this is not the end. So all this requires basic knowledge, and this requires super expert knowledge, not only expert knowledge, super expert knowledge. Every line of the law, of the rules, of the regulations, of the notifications, of the clarifications must be clear. Only then you can pass the exam, because it is exam is MCQ based, and MCQ can be framed, or multiple choice questions can be framed on every line. So unless you are absolutely clear, you cannot answer question correctly. Right? So this is your syllabus for the purpose of MCQ, for the purpose of CHA exam. Now the question is, who is eligible? Who is eligible, right? So eligibility criteria, which is a clear criteria. There is a lot of confusion about that, but whatever is absolutely clear. This is MBA, LLM, CA, CS, CMA. This is the eligibility criteria. The individual has to be qualified. He should have passed the MBA, LLM, CA, CS, CMA. Now, this MBA, I receive lots of questions about MBA, so I'm answering those things. This MBA may be full-time, or this may be part-time. This may be regular. This may be distance. This may be executive. This may be short-term. As long as mark sheet is showing that this is MBA, it's okay. Number two, which stream? Doesn't make a difference. So whether this is marketing, I'm not writing everything, but few examples I'm giving you. This may be marketing, this may be finance, this may be, you can say, it may be sales, it may be HR, it may be logistics, it may be international business. You name it and everything is covered. Okay, friend, this is not the end, again, etc. The main criteria is the mark sheet is showing MBA. Lots of people ask me question whether PGDMA is equal to MBA. Yes, PGDM is equal to MBA, but for making the application, you have to obtain a letter from the institute where from PGDM is granted that this is equivalent to MBA. Right. So PGDM is also eligible. So especially you can, I'm writing the word PGDBM, so postgraduate diploma in business management. Right. So PGDBM, so those who do not have MBA, but they have done PGDBM, maybe one of the most prestigious institution in India, that also gives a PGDBM. But then the letter has to be obtained from the institution that this degree is equivalent to MBA. Then they are also eligible. LLM, any subject, whether corporate law or civil law or criminal law or family law, whatever be the subject. CS, CS, CMA, we already understand there is no choice, no specialization, or everything is equal. So these qualifications are important. So MBA, I have given you all the answers. A PGDBM, I have said that those are eligible, but they have to obtain a letter from the institute that this is equivalent to MBA. LLM, any specialization will do. CS, CS, CMA. Okay. Now these people are eligible. Now let me take you ahead. If you plan for examination to be held in 2024, or you plan to appear for this exam in the year 2025. For this, you should have a mark sheet or degree for eligible degree, right? So either mark sheet or degree. This is latest by September 23. So even by 30th September, if you're getting your mark sheet for passing any of the eligible degrees, or you are getting the degree itself, good enough. For this, you should have the degree or this mark sheet for by September 24. So those who are pursuing now, or those who have recently completed, particularly for the exam to be held in 24, those who have recently passed, this is the best option available to you as far as career is concerned. Nothing can be better than this career, and you will remember this after 5 years that you have chosen the right path at the right time. Because as of now, India is in the growing mode, and after 5 years, lots of competition would have grown in this area. Lots of competition, but no, as of now, absolutely blank, absolutely blank throughout India. Only 5,000 people, even not even 5,000 people, and the business opportunity. Career, I'm going to explain a little later, but right now you can understand that there are custom brokers who are acting with 2 people, and there are custom brokers who are acting with 2,000 people also. Number of employees I'm talking about. So there are huge potential to grow. Right? Any profession does not offer you the opportunity of this kind. Okay, so those who have recently passed or going to appear in the exam in the month of April or May or June 23 in the current calendar year, they can target exam in the year 24. And those who are pursuing and they will be passing out in the before September or up to September 24, they should target exam of the year 2025. Okay, so eligibility criteria you have to remember: PGDBM, MBA, LLM, CA, CS, CWA. Right? So those who have recently passed or passing. Okay, so again, I can divide here for more clarity. Recently passed. It doesn't mean the people, those who have passed earlier, they cannot appear. Recently passed, for them, it is a new career opportunity. Those who have already done before, they can always appear. Okay. Or they are pursuing. Appearing for the last semester exam. Appearing for the last exam. Okay. For them pursuing. So those who have already completed as well as those who are in the process of completion, but before 30th September 23, they will have the mark sheet of passing these exams. They are eligible to appear for this. Same applies here. Okay. So this is who is eligible and what they should do. Now comes how to prepare for this exam. Then thereafter, I will tell you about the career. Okay. So this requires, there are two types of preparations are there. One is a regular batch, another is a short-term batch. There is regular batch and there is short-term batch. Regular batch is minimum 1 year. Minimum 1 year preparation is needed. And short-term batch, this takes 2 to 3 months. Right. For exam to be held in 24, admissions are already going on. Exam 2024. Take admission now. Take admission now. Already going on. Right. What happens is when you take admission at least 1 year before, we complete the syllabus in the class at least twice. At least twice. And number of tests are conducted in the same format in which the main exam is going to be held. So the 100% possibility of passing the exam. Short-term batch will begin in the month of December or in the month of January, and that is completed by the end of February. So for the freshers, those who are appearing for the first time, my recommendation is this, and those who have appeared in the exam before and they could not pass earlier for any number of any reason, for them short-term batch is recommended. Why? Because they have already done before and they wouldn't like to invest so much of time. But if they also join regular, they will be ensuring their career 100% if they are in the regular batch. Short-term batch, it is generally for those people who have already studied the subject before and they want a more clarity, more understanding, and little bit of practice for the purpose of exam. Now, if you ask me coverage here and here it is same. But here you are going to have more than 50 tests and here the number of tests may be 10. Here the class runs every day for 1 hour. Here the class goes for 2.5 hours every day. Okay, so lots of differences. Their contents are same. Contents are not going to differ. But preparing slow over a period of time, regular tests are happening, and you have a chance to ask each and every question. This is here. You cannot ask me every question in this. Here, when the class is conducted, every person is given 100% answers. The class is held exactly in the same manner as I'm doing on the board right now. So this is, you can say this is another class. Okay, so everything is on the whiteboard. There are no PowerPoint, no slides. Everything is on the whiteboard. Okay, so I always keep you engaged in the class. So for regular, this is short-term batch that will start in the month of December 23 for exam to be held in 24. And my strongest recommendation, join the regular batch, right? So this is for 24. Now the question is, if you want to prepare for 25, then what? Again, I'll tell you, join now and prepare over a period of 2 years. I will revise your entire syllabus 4 to 5 times. You don't have to you don't have to take any stress at all. 100% preparation, and by the time your exam is there, exam is due, everything will be on your fingertips. That much preparation can be done. So whether you're prepared, think of 24 or you think of examination to be held in 25, my suggestion is join now, right? So my class is exactly held in the same manner. And for any doubt, you can always call on the numbers which are shown here. Now comes the career opportunity. This is the question that you've been waiting for. The career opportunity is the two ways. One is employment. Another is business. Every company which is engaged in import-export activity, plus every business entity which is offering any kind of service to the importer-exporter, whether it is warehousing or logistics or shipping or whatever they do, all of them hire custom brokers who have been licensed. So here you can say exporters, importers. You're already aware of number of SEZs are coming, number of new ports are getting developed, airports are getting developed. So within next 5 years, India is going to have almost 50 new ports, and every port requires at least 100 new custom brokers. Right? Then business entities supporting imports and exports. Imports and exports. So support means what? I said this may be transportation, this may be logistics, and this may be warehousing, this may be some other activity in relation to that, maybe shipping line. Every person who is directly or indirectly connected with import export, he has to hire the custom brokers. All big companies have number of custom brokers, and even the bigger custom brokers, they also hire other fresh qualified custom brokers. So here you can also write custom brokers. Right? This is as far as employment is concerned, and as of today, even if there are 5,000 new custom brokers available in the market today, tomorrow nobody will be available because everybody gets absorbed instantly. This is. If you want to do your business, you are already licensed by the custom department to act as a custom broker. Do not limit yourself to custom broker. You offer all other services also. So as a custom broker, as an insurance agent, as a transporter, as a warehouse keeper, as a logistics person, as a shipping line agent, number of activities are involved therein. License is given for one purpose, that one number of business opportunities open, and the so vast opportunities are there in business as a custom broker that you cannot imagine right now. So huge business opportunities exist, right? So as a custom broker, plus every other service which is offered here, that can be offered by the custom broker, right? And my experience tells me that every custom broker who has worked seriously in business for 5 years, he becomes a merchant exporter. Merchant exporter means doing import-export activity without involving his money. Only on the commission is growing his business. And how far this can grow? I gave you numbers that there are custom brokers who are acting with two people, and those who are acting with the 2,000 people as well. I know the custom brokers who are having hundreds of offices, not only in India, but around the world. So they have multiple associations, not only in India, but beyond India as well. So huge business opportunity in employment. Now your question can be, how much money can be earned in this? This is subjective, but the fresher engagements are better than any other profession. I'll not quote the figures here. If you want to understand the figures, you can give me a call. Okay. Opening figures are much better than any other profession we have referred earlier. Right? So whether it is MBA or it is LLM or DCA or CS or CW, emoluments in the fresher employment are far better, and growth is faster than that. Growth is faster than that. I know the people, those who have cleared this exam 10 years before in employment, today they are minting money. Again, question is figures. Figures I can tell you on phone. Okay. So if all this excites you to make a career as a custom broker, I invite you to get in touch with me immediately and enroll for the batch. Any doubt, you are free to ask. Any questions you have, do not hesitate to call me. But if you decide to join the career as a custom broker, take it up at the earliest possible. Join it now. Thank you.